Okay, let's go.
Hello.
Hello. It's the fact that we had to laugh before starting because, gosh,
Yeah,
it's been a long ride, basically, and
actually,
I'm really glad that we're able to do this because, yeah, many principalities and powers didn't want this moment to happen. Just a couple of things happening. We've always wanted to like record videos, have time to just talk and just interact,
yeah,
even just as friends.
yeah.
But
It's
just a lot of
just
things happened, just a whole lot of things that we'll get to explain, get to talk about, you know. And the fact that I'm a very camera shy person.
hmm.
I just knew that somebody was going to say, I'm actually very camera shy, and I'm just learning. One of lessons I've learned is that the more you actually face your fears, you get to overcome it much more. So I've
That's
also
correct.
learned to be able to face those things that I'm scared of, right? Or I'm not too used to, maybe not fear now. That's why we are doing this today.
Yeah,
So expect more episodes from us, expect more videos from us, expect more engagement from us because we are yet to stay by God's
yeah.
grace.
God's grace.
Welcome to my YouTube channel. How did they say it?
Yeah, that's how they say it. I don't know too.
Okay, so our seniors in the house, those that have been using YouTube for a while, thank you for having us. And for those that are just joining or just seeing this video for the first time, thank you. And if you are watching us for the first time and you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, what are you waiting for?
Yeah, please
So
subscribe
subscribe.
so that you can get notifications
Yeah,
if there
and
are
by the
new
time we start
videos.
doing private content, like particularly for just our subscribers, you'll be able to get to see it. Yes, welcome to this channel,
Yeah,
and this channel is going to be for lifestyle, faith, for marriage, relationship conversations, growth conversations, and just sharing resources that would help you from time to time. And I look forward to enjoying this moment with everybody because I don't just want to talk, I don't just want to explain things. I want to be able to enjoy it with everyone, right?
yeah,
And welcome again.
yeah. Welcome.
So what are we talking about today, my babe?
Yeah,
Before I
so
say, I'm too quick to say my babe, my babe. I'm sorry, not like I want to oppress anybody. I don't mean to make anybody feel bad or anything, but if you know my journey, or if you understand my journey, if you know the place I'm coming from, then you understand that I should even carry this thing on my head, like
I don't know.
I should carry it on my head, like what hard. But then I'm really grateful for the journey, and that's one of the reasons we're having this video. So today we'll be talking
Yeah.
about, what are we talking about?
Okay, so today we'll be talking about how we met, the full gist, the inside gist about our love story. Yeah, I know. I think we've posted something short before, just like an overview of the love story. Today, are going to be going deeper into the story, how we met, how the journey evolved from uh, friendship to
And,
uh, and all of that. Let
yeah, and the
me,
lessons that we really love you
yeah.
guys to learn from it. So,
Or maybe as we progress, like we will be pointing out some of the lessons we learned,
yeah, we learned.
right,
Yeah,
from it. So we are not here to say, oh, we
you
are
have
this, you have
to,
to. No, no,
no,
no.
no.
We would show you some of that lessons we learned, in that, and we believe and we hope that, it also like, help you
So
also.
I'll mostly be talking because a lot of people have asked questions that they've not really heard from me. Some people have said, why is Mama D being coded? Why is she being private? Why is she not lovey lovey? Why is okay? So I'll be like explaining a lot of things, and from my babe's end, he has a book. Like he
Or
wrote a
maybe you
book.
should say from your husband's end. Sometimes this babe thing, you
They'll
think
think
maybe you're not married yet, but see ring, please, evidence. We are married. Please. Thank you.
newly wedded in the house especially.
So
How do you deal with your husband wanting you to be specific? Like
please.
we're not dating, or we're not
Uh-huh.
doing can I come and see you tomorrow?
Well, to give more perspective so that viewers will not be eyeing you thinking,
Baby.
but please, she's taking. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so my husband,
Hmm.
my dear and darling
That
husband,
sounds cool.
he wrote a book and we launched it on our wedding day. Yeah, we launched it and it was sold out, like sold out. We just have like few copies that we had to do. And if you would like to get a copy, um it's on my bio, it's on my babe's bio, my
We can
husband's bio.
actually show them the physical copy before the
Physical.
end of the video.
Yes,
Would
you get to see the
the
physical
physical copy?
copy,
Yeah.
and it's titled Unscripted. So he dedicated it to me, his darling
Yeah.
wife,
Yeah.
and he got to talk about from his own perspective, from his own end, the story from his end, and those things like were really apt. If you sit down to the book, everybody that had to talk about the book, if they kept saying that once they sit down to the book, they
Yeah.
can't even, and me too, when I even got to read it, like I read it on one spot.
Yeah.
It's not something you say because you always enjoy it. Like there's something to always read again that you know that you're going to get, like lessons you're going to
Yeah.
get, the stories, like really, really apt, like really relatable. That's the word. It's very really practical and
Yeah.
relatable. And so from my end, I'll just be saying few things so that fellow ladies or fellow friends would get to even um learn and then just hear the gist basically. So I got to know this amazing man about 8 years.
Yeah.
I think it's
It's
even more.
it's
I can't really remember like
yeah.
the years. So it started out from me going for meetings, like going to meetings and just being the baby girl that I am. And just learning. I was like I had so much thirst for learnings. I wanted to learn so much. I wanted to be able to know so much about God. Just wanted to increase in my faith and just be there for people and all of that, right? And that was around those time I was appointed as the um I think national
National team's
teams.
president.
I think that was
Okay, vice
vice
president first.
president,
Yeah.
secretary, you
Secretary.
know, and I had to do like a couple of things with people. I had to lead at some point. I had to be the zonal teams president in my church. If you're a Foursquarean, you understand this a lot. And
Who
but
is
if
a
you're not
Foursquare?
a Foursquare Gospel Church,
Like, who is a Foursquare? So that
a
viewers that doesn't.
Foursquarean is someone who attends Foursquare. So the way they say Nigerian,
Nigerians.
yeah.
Yeah.
So um so that was what happened. We were always like I was always going for meetings and all of that, and then I can't remember like being close to him, like there was no like memory of being close to him. I just know that okay, we have a couple of executives and then we just greet ourselves, say hello and all of that. And then afterwards, I think later on he became, or maybe during that time, I don't know when he became district things president, but I know he was district president at some point. And if you understand the hierarchy of Foursquare, you know that district has to do with like lower than national, and I was national, he was district, right? And
Yeah.
he had to report to me in some things, he had to talk about some things. We had to do meetings like as a group and all of that. And I was just being a baby girl doing things God will have me do, like I said earlier. And I take time out to pray for people that work with me. I take time out to just interact and all of that, right? And he on his own end was also being a good friend, right? He was also being a very good friend. He would always want to support me. He's one of the people that support me, and I'm always very grateful for it, right? And he would always want to be there, just as he's been there for other people. But he had like some things that he was very disciplined about. He doesn't post ladies, especially those times, not now. He doesn't post ladies, like just because he didn't want people to have like I think he has like a couple of reasons, but one of the things was he didn't want people to um start feeling like, is this the person? And it's very rampant now. If you post a guy or you post a lady and you're not married, the first thing some people will be entering your DM is that her? Is that and he didn't want people to have speculations and all of that. So he wasn't posting, and he had like a couple of friends that he would celebrate them, be there for them and all of that. But there was something he always did, and that's since I knew him. I didn't notice that early enough. I noticed that like few years ago, that he was always one of the first set of people to wish me happy birthday. um my birthday is a big deal to me, like a big deal, like a big deal. If you know me well, I carry my birthday on my head. Like, it's just now that I'm just kind of seeing it from the place of every day is my celebration day, right? And it's the day the Lord has made, and I will be glad and rejoice in it, right? And I realized that it was always one of set of people. I just know that 12 o'clock, 11:59 like this is always one thing. There was even a year that he called me, and he said he wanted to wait till 12. I'm like, uncle, how? Like, from where to where? I have somebody that needs to call me, I'm sorry. And we just ended the call and all of that. So he was always one of the first set of people that would wish me happy birthday. Yeah, so before all those times, he actually really liked me. And there are times I'll post pictures and they will just be like, Mama D, well done, I love this picture, this picture is fine. No, I say, thank you, sir. Oh." Thank you, pastor. Thank you, Pastor Segun. We're grateful, sir, and all of that. And they would tell me that okay, I should share the picture with him, that I would like to see the picture. The one I can remember so well was my sister's wedding. My sister's wedding is 7 years ago, and he said, I really like this picture, that could I share it with him. I said, no problem, why not? What are we friends for? And unknowingly to me, he had like a folder. Like, this man is so strategic, so intentional. And he had a folder where he saved all these pictures I sent to him. I didn't know. He showed me those folders, like pictures I can't even
Yeah.
remember
Like
again.
years back. Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the things that he didn't do was coming to meet me and tell me he likes me. Because at that point of my life, I don't even know if relationship was something that was in my head. Like, it was not. and everybody that came at that point were like, I was not even ready. Like, how will I even put the whole explanation? It was just a mix emotion thing. Yes, I wanted to be in a relationship, and sometimes I don't even want to even be in a relationship. I was that independent woman that wanted to just enjoy her space, enjoy her life, enjoy everything that had to do with her, right? And it was never anything that came to my head. Oh yeah, oh, it's time to be in a relationship. I guess it was one of the reasons that for a long time I was not in any relationship. For a long time, it was more like me pushing guys off, because if you come to meet me and tell me you are in really, I think I should apologize for everybody I've broken their hearts. I'm really sorry. Yes, and I had to deal with a lot of things, school wise, leadership wise, purpose wise, right? And now putting this all, and that's why a lot of times if I even get close to someone and person is stressing me or something, like I don't hesitate to, I'm just like, I beg. And this is one thing that God really taught me in all of this, because I feel like if I continue that way, I'll be single all my life.
Well, that's not still a bad thing. Being single is it a bad thing? Ah, no, no, let's talk. Is it a
Yeah,
bad thing?
it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, but
Okay.
that's for people that probably don't want to get married. There are some people that have made the decision
Yeah.
that okay, they don't want to
Yeah.
get married. Me, I made that decision that I just want to be a sister for life, sister D, sister, mm, mm, and I was sincerely happy for people, and that's one thing that people don't get to do, especially if they want something, they want to be in a relationship and other people are in a relationship and they are
Yeah.
not, they want to be angry, they want to say,
Mm,
this is it. I was sincerely happy for everybody that had something to celebrate, especially has to do with childbearing, marriage, and all of that. I even want to like give my all for it. Like I sincerely want to be there for people, just do things and just be happy with it. And deep down, I know sent like I know sent like, and one of the red flags for me if you're a guy and you just come to meet me and tell me I want to get married to you, I'll be
no, 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 no. There are some guys that
Babe, there are
they
some
come with the
guys.
no, like they are letting you know that they are not coming to play. It's not like they want to get married to you at that point
For
now.
some girls, that's what they want. They want somebody that can
Yes,
tell
now,
them
like come and
straight,
like what do
straight
you
up.
want?
But no,
Do you
if for
get
me, if you tell me that straight up, please, you have lost me.
okay? So the lesson will be that understand what you want.
What the other person wants,
Yes,
yes.
not what you want as a lady. So if it is the kind of guy you want is a guy that would come and straight up tell you what like their intention, what they are coming to do. Understand it so that when those kind of guy comes, you know these are the guys for me. It's not everybody that would want
So how
to
will the guys know that this is the kind of person she is, or this is the kind of person?
So the guys might not necessarily know that, but well, I would say that's one of the strategies
So
to
maybe
actually sieve the
understanding the
guys.
face the lady is too
How?
works.
When you are not giving the guy face, I don't understand. How do I please my fellow friends and acquaintances? How do we understand the face that the lady is? How?
Okay, so for you now, all those times when we were in, like, when I was national teams
Yeah.
president and all of that, you were scared to actually come
Yeah, yeah,
to
yeah. I was
meet
scared
me.
to come because I know that you are in a leadership position, and at that point of your life, you might. And the reason is, I've been in a leadership position before that I didn't want to actually have anything to do with relationship. So I understand from that standpoint. Plus, but if there is a guy that doesn't have that understanding, that maybe when people are in that kind of
And that's why
position,
I said that the guys should be able to understand,
okay,
right? girls should be able to understand and just see from that
My own understanding then
and
came
you
from
were
the place of
also scared.
experience.
You were also scared that if we should not lose the friendship,
Before that, before we get to that
that
friendship
friendship part.
losing part, the first step was I didn't want to interrupt what God is doing through you in that leadership position. Another thing, I didn't want to distract you with relationship talks because I know that you have a lot of responsibility already in that position. But there are guys that they do not have it, and that was coming from the place of experience. Like, because I'd been in a position like that before. I was a fellowship president for 1 year, and throughout those periods, I know they look at any girl like I don't. The way you said you don't, my eyes is always the way your eyes were always, you know, up like this. That was how my own eyes too then were always up. So I
Yeah,
understand from that standpoint because I had the experience of leadership, in that capacity. So I could, stay and say, okay, let me give, time for you to be done with your leadership role.
I think I want to even
Uh-huh.
give a bit of disclaimer here. It didn't mean that relationship was not something I was putting in mind. It wasn't a thing of maybe I did not think of relationship at all. I intentionally prayed about relationship too. I intentionally, like, there were times I had to pray and just tell God, God, I cannot have to marry wrong. I cannot have to settle for less. I cannot have to she marry. I cannot have to she marry. I cannot have to do things that I will not be happy about on the long run. And I always reminded myself that, like, a lot. Fast forward to when he got to talk. No, he didn't even get to talk early.
Yeah,
He didn't get to talk
I didn't
early.
talk earlier
And
actually.
it's so funny because when Holy Spirit said the person was around me, I'm like, around me, I listed out all my male friends. I did not list him out because I just saw him as a brother.
Another prayer point. Me. See how
Okay.
they omitted my name from the list. Oh God.
We had to talk at different times. He would just call as a friend, and then we just get to talk and catch up on things. How is this? How is that? Mama D, this and that one. And we'll just talk. And when we got to talk about how is our brother in Christ, Abi, how is our sister? Hope they are fine. All of you that is to deceive yourself. My eyes are on you. So we used to just catch up. So when he asked about how is the brother, I said, there's no brother. Oh. My brother is abroad. My brother is abroad. Was like, abroad. Okay. Said, I told him that it's abroad person I'm getting married to. Somebody abroad I'm getting married to. And you'll be like, somebody abroad. Okay, oh, God will help you
And see
to
me in Nigeria.
find though. Oh yeah, you too have his sister. Oh. And you'll be like, the sister K, is not ready for that one at all, at all, at all, at all. It's not even in his
Very focused man.
dictionary. It's not in his plan yet. That because he still has a lot of things, and truthfully, he had a lot. Like,
Yeah.
listing when he even listed it out,
Yeah.
I knew that no, you are not even ready to marry at this time. And we just had conversations around that, and um so he just zeroed his mind. Pé, this sister, it's not me she can
Has gone to the
marry.
abroad.
Like, it's not me. It's not me she's going to marry. And we just had to just talk sometimes and help one another. And I remember that we had a meeting at our camp meeting. It was for students. It was for students. And as at that time I'd finished my final exams and all of that, and I just went to the camp. Like, I'd finished project, everything. We've handed over in fellowship, and also I didn't even have any reason to be at that camp because I'm just like, I was already a
Yeah.
graduate of University of Lagos, School of First Choice and Nations Pride.
Okay.
Akokite.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. We're proud like that. So um we got to see, like, I went for that meeting. And I don't know what pushed me. I'm just even thinking about it recently, that what even pushed me to go for that meeting. I don't think there was anything really. And he too came for the meeting because he was on break. He was on break from school.
Meanwhile,
And
I was still a student. So
yeah, and you
let it
was
know.
still a student. Like, and I
Like
was a graduate already.
correct student, not
It
like
was
I
not
wasn't near
it was
graduation.
not near graduation. It wasn't near graduation. Although he had gone to a school before, finished there, they went to another, but I was still like graduate.
Yeah,
Clement,
my senior.
the senior. Say it again.
My senior.
Ehen. So I was still like, he was still a student
Yeah.
and they were on break that time.
Yeah.
And I think he just came to camp to just to say, Amode camp, or maybe just, I don't know why he came, because I don't think we talked before camp.
No. We didn't.
We
We
didn't
didn't.
have
We didn't
conversation
have
that we're going to
conversation.
be at camp or
We didn't have
anything. There was no
conversation.
conversation about it. But then when he got to camp, and I think maybe I posted a picture,
So yeah, and also that you
or maybe
were.
you reached out. I can't remember, but I
Yeah.
think it was
No, I
either of
think.
the two.
I think I reached
I
out.
think you reached out that, I
Yeah.
mean, like, are you at
A
camp?
camp.
That I'm
Yeah.
in camp. And I
Yeah.
said, how did you know I'll be in camp? And when he called and said that he was around, that am I around? And I said, yeah, I'm around. So he came to meet me at the hotel that I was, and at the guest house that was. And then we just got talking, catching up. How is everything? How is this? It's nice to meet you. It's nice to see you again. Oh, everything. We go into man shaking here. Emma Torain. So we just got talking and all of that. And on the camp meeting, he was always with me,
Yeah.
like, just sitting with me. We'd sit down together. And if I don't see him, I'll be, have you eaten, sir? Hope you are fine, sir. Everything. And that was it. And then by the time we left the camp, so before we left the camp, I think weeks before, I had a dream. And sometimes when I have the dreams like that, I just know that I need to talk about it or just pray about it. And I think I just prayed about it, and I didn't talk to him about it because I just felt like, what's my own with this brother? Like, why would I be having a dream of him, and even with his family and all? I'm like, kilo kan tèmi. And because I don't even know what his family looks like, I don't know
Yeah.
anything about him. So, but I saw it vividly. Now seeing his family, I could remember the dream and saw that no, God was not lying about this dream. And before we left at that camp, I was like, brother Segun, no, I call him Pastor
Pastor
Segun,
Shem.
Pastor Segun, P Segun. And like, there was a dream I had, though. And I don't know, I've prayed about it. It's nothing serious, actually. You don't need to put it that to heart. And I told him about it. It was like, thank you very much, and all. And God sees my heart. There was nothing, like, no intention, no bad intention or anything. But I think he held on to that, and that dream was really apt for him at that time. Like, it was really apt for him. And even before then, I think there was a time he was going to school. I just remember this, that I prayed with him.
Yeah.
I just held his hand to pray with him, as you hold brother hand. Old people,
Why did
everybody
you hold?
watching, not everybody, sha, but some people that will
Why
watch
did
this
you hold
video, they
my
would
hand?
attest to it, that I've prayed for them before. They will
Why
attest to it,
did
that I've
you
held
hold
their hand
a
before.
brother's hand
In
that is
it,
going to school?
everybody, not everybody, let me not say everybody again. You guys would attest to it, that someone that want to just be there for people. I pray, like, I encourage and all of that. And at different point, I've had to do that for some people, right? And that's the same thing that happened with him. But
Okay.
he said that, I don't know.
You're gonna read the book.
It's not read. Yes, yes. Everything is the book. Unscripted. That's the title of the book. So you see it in my bio. It's bio on Cyber Apostle.
Cyber
That's
apostle.
the
Yeah.
name. and then for me it's Omodolapo. And we just got to have those conversation and we left. So after the meeting, um there was another meeting that was going to happen for teenagers. And this is one of the disclaimer. People were thinking that maybe you were dating and that's why I brought him. No, at
No,
all, at all. There
we
was
were not. There
nothing,
was nothing at that
like
point.
nothing,
Nothing.
nothing,
Now,
no.
what people don't understand is we don't communicate every time. Though anytime we call, like we have like a very long conversation, but we don't communicate. We can like after that camp, the student camp, we didn't communicate for a while.
We didn't communicate
Like
for
we
a
didn't
while.
talk for a while after the student camp, and I think the next time we would communicate was when you wanted to tell me about like bringing me up
mm,
for the teens
yeah,
camp.
next time we were going to talk and all was me saying, Pastor
Yeah,
Segun, we really like you to come and talk to teenagers, talk to people about young adult, about what you do, the exploit you are making and all of that. And he was like, yeah, we all joy. And he said he was going to go back to school, but he would have to wait behind for, because the school was very far,
yeah,
Futmina,
yeah.
and it is at Mina State, Niger
Niger
State
State.
in
Yeah,
Nigeria. That's the north, right? So he had to wait behind and said, okay, well, let me attend this meeting. And for me, there are still some lessons in all of this, to be very honest. And I just remembered something that I would just really want to talk with in-house people. I'll be having a meeting very soon just to be able to talk with ladies about this. And I would also make recordings for this so that everybody that would get to listen to it would listen to it later on, right? So back to what
yeah,
I was talking about. So he came for the meeting, and that was going to be my handover year.
yeah.
That was when I was going to hand
As
over,
the national team's president.
not knowing, say baba was waiting for me to
Hand
hand
over.
over. So I handed over. And one of the things that some of my leaders said was that really struck me was that there was nothing bad to hold on
Yeah,
to. There was
yeah,
no flaw, like
yeah.
they could not be
No,
able
no
to,
account of
no
wrong
account
to be
of
able to.
wrong thing, or
Yeah.
maybe
Scandal.
scandal and all of that. And those things really touched my heart, and I'm grateful that that happened. I think he heard some of those things. I don't know.
I
We
think I
even took
left.
pictures.
No, I left before you handed over.
Yes, but
If
you
you
watched
remember. Yeah,
the
I watched online. I joined
online.
online.
Yes, you joined online. And it was always just encouraging, well done, Mama D. The Lord will strengthen you. Gbogbo ẹ, gbogbo ẹ. So we just got to now start talking after the camp. We just talk randomly. I hope you are fine, everything. And after the camp, I think I fell ill.
Yeah.
I fell ill, and he would always check up. Is there anything I can get for you? I'm like, don't worry, sir. I'm fine. Can you come? And then I now got a job. I got a job on the island, and I had to go into the job. You always check up. Have you gotten home?
The brother cannot be so caring that they just look out for you. Like, please, looking out for you. I was looking out for you then. You know, you fell ill because of the stress from the camp. So you're trying to follow up on a sister that worked so hard,
Well
and
done.
thank you, my lovely wife.
So you'd always just check up, and I appreciated it actually. And then I had to move at that point to another state
Yeah.
again for another job, you know. And when I told him, I saw that he was not happy. I told him on phone that I'm moving. He was like, do you really have to move? Do you really have
Abi,
to go?
what else was she?
Like, are you sure this is something God wants you to do? Okay, and those times you'll be asking some questions. Be asking, what's your genotype? What's your kinekan? Like, I was just telling him, because at that point I was like, why is he asking me? Kenny? And that I'm actually AA, but I told him I'm SS. I was just trying to say
Mm,
things to not make him even interested at all, like at all. And it was that time he was even much more interested. I'm like, brother, what happened? And just always check up, always make sure that I'm fine and no. So when I told him about the traveling, he said, why do you have to go? This and that one. I said, Baba, I'm going. Thank you. After 1 month of being there, he came there and then told me um
Intention.
his intention. Hmm. He told me his intention. And at that point it's now very hard to like now move and say and he asked for one thing. He said, even if you're gonna tell me no, I know you might want to push me off, and please let's not miss out, or let's not lose this friendship. That's one thing I want to ask from you. And I'm like, which one is not lose friendship? But I'm happy that that did not happen. So when he told me his intentions, wait, I want to even ask you, how
Okay.
long did it take you, like, to be able to make that decision and say, okay, I need to go and meet her and tell her this time?
So
Was it because I traveled?
yeah, well, that's one of the reasons,
Ladies, it be
Um,
like say if that brother
no, it's one of the reasons because your traveling took you out of my radar. Like, being in the same, not location now, but like being in the same region, at least I still have that. Oh, we are. If I want to see you, it will be easier to see you. But when you say you are moving to another state, like you're going to another state, not like a neighboring city within the same state.
it
So I
was
had
from
to.
this another state, from Lagos to Ibadan. Is that far?
Yeah,
No.
it's far. That's all your state.
Okay.
So, I had to like take that step of, oh, I think
So one
it's
of
the
the
right
first
time.
step you should move from, ladies should move,
I don't understand. What are you trying to
especially
say?
ladies that they are canopying. If you're in a situationship, just know one of the things you should do,
Is to move.
move, so that
Yeah.
you can know what's up
So
fast
that's one of the
fast. But
reasons.
that's
And
not true.
another reason I would say is I would say it was actually the right time for me to actually talk. Because if I'd missed that time,
Yes, maybe you've come late. Yeah, because they were actually, there was somebody else that was me even looking at and saying, maybe it's this person, or maybe it's that person,
it
or
would have been too late if to say I didn't, talk as at that moment. So it was the right timing kind of thing. And, you moving to another state, I said, no, I have to let my intentions known to this sister before other brothers. First come, first serve now. At least you consider mine before you consider other ones.
other people.
Yeah, so
Hmm.
that was the case.
Because yeah, so he came to meet me, and we got talking about it, and I just said, okay, no problem. Then later on I told him, you're a brother to me, you're a friend, a good friend, and all of that, you know and I'd like to take it a step forward.
Oh, it was not that
Congratulations.
simple. What do you mean by that? It took her 4 months. 4 good sisters,
That's how
please.
many days?
That's
That's
not
like
advisable.
240 days.
It's not everybody that will be as patient as I was. Actually, 4 good months is too long. And the thing is, I believe that sisters or ladies, they actually know it doesn't take them that long to know.
Sometimes we don't know now.
Which sometimes you don't know. It doesn't take like 5 6 months, 4 months. Why now? It doesn't take that long for you to know. I believe ladies, they normally know on time, but they just want to make it look like, they're not cheap. To be very honest, a man that would take you serious will take you
And
serious.
so for me, it wasn't a thing that I didn't want him to see that I was not cheap. So I had to, like, be sure that I wanted to do this. If I'm in, I'm in. I needed to be sure. I needed to know, like, okay, this is something I really want to do. This is something I want to see myself in years to come. and I'm in and I'm in. I'm not in and out.
So it took like 4 months to be
No,
sure.
not just that. Then secondly, um I had to like settle a lot of things around me. I was moving to a new location. I needed to get accommodation. I needed to get stuffs. I needed to look like, looking for accommodation is another ball game on its own. So a lot of things around that. Then another reason was I was dealing with a lot of things in my head. Like I was dealing with a lot of um I will not call it traumas because kò tó yẹn ṣá, but it was just a thing of, ah, are you sure you really want to even be in a relationship now? Are you not comfortable being independent? Are you not this, that? Just a lot of questions I needed to answer myself, right? God had to talk to me and talk to me about, and I did, it's not like I heard that yes, this is your husband, no, but I got to get a lot of healing. I got to have a lot of things to deal with myself, right? I needed to deal with me. I know that God has got me. And the scripture that talked about forgetting the things of the past and focusing on the things that God has in store for us, right? And those were the scriptures that I held on to, and just really gave me that deliverance, gave me that healing totally, right? Because there were times I wanted to lash out those things, experiences I've seen from other people, experiences I've heard, and experiences that has happened even to me. And I wanted to lash out some of those things to him. There was a time I blocked him.
Yeah.
There was a time I blocked him, and what even happened was not even like, I can't remember. Can you remember what
No,
happened
I
that
can't.
time?
I can't remember.
So it's just a lot of things that I did that I wish that but I'm really thankful for how I was able to understand that no, this is the route you have to go, this is the things that you have to intentionally do, and all of that. And those are the things that helped me, that gave me those time to be able to think about, because it came in a time I did not expect. Yes, at that point I wanted to be in a relationship, but I didn't know it was going to be that fast. I didn't know that fast.
Like, I
Or I
think
didn't know it was going to be from somebody like a friend.
yes.
I was thinking that maybe a random person would just meet me in the mall and just say, ah, sister, I like you.
And you weren't even
Listen, and
expecting
I'll
it
run
from me.
away.
You weren't
I was
expecting
not
it from
expecting it
me.
from him.
Yeah.
Like I was
You didn't really, like, I wasn't part of the lists or part of the people you even think would have approached you. So yeah. Yeah, I understand, but please don't ladies, don't take that long. It's not that deep. It's deep, but like it's not, you don't, guys of, I don't know, guys of nowadays, they I don't think they want to wait like 6 months.
That's why I said that. I wish that if I did some things, or if I continue with doing some things, I would have lost him. He was so patient with me, like so patient. I don't think I've seen someone that patient. Like there were a lot of things I did that I might not even want to talk
Yeah,
about here, or I might not want to be stressing you people about. But there are a lot of things that happened that on a normal day you would have just said, ah, auntie, thank you very much. Those things just really fueled our relationship much more. As those, and when you have your person, you get your person. Like
yeah,
when this is your person, it's your
yeah,
person. Like nothing would have to take you aback from those things, you know. And the passage that I think that should be Isaiah 48 verse 18 to 20. No, Isaiah 43 18 to 20, that talks about forget the things of the past, and I'm going to do a new thing and it shall spring forth. And God just reminded me that this is a new thing I'm doing for you. This is a new life I'm giving to you. This is a new episode, a new breakthrough that you're going to experience that will change everything that has to do with you in a new way and in a beautiful way. And that has been the story by God's grace,
yeah.
right? So what other thing do I
Yeah.
want to mention? So it took a while for me to respond, and since then it's been very beautiful,
Bless the Lord.
been very very good. It's been
Bless the Lord.
very awesome. Like I've had a great time. He has had a great time. God, with sharing with God in this, like God that is in our story, God is the center of it, and there's still so much we'll share with everyone, and so much we'll still want to share about our dating phase,
Yeah.
about our love life, about some of the things that we're able to not get to compromise, right? And we'll still get to talk about it. But in this episode, if you have questions for us, if you have things you really want to ask us, and if you want to get the book, we're going to
Put
leave
the
the
link.
link
Yeah.
here in the description.
Description. Yeah.
So do well to get your a copy, and then we'll love to get your feedback. We'll love to get
Yeah.
your feedback. We'll love to hear from you, right? What other thing do you want to
Yeah, I think
say?
that's it. If you want to hear my own part of the story, get the book.
Get the book. Like the
Is
book is so detailed,
detailed.
so detailed. It's titled Unscripted,
Yeah, detailed.
and it's something you'd want to get to see.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think we are done. What a beautiful story. Thank you for sharing your story with us. So I would just say that, well, we are putting this out to not to say the what how God took us from from being friends to being married is the only way He takes other people.
Mm-hmm.
Experiences are personalized when you are
Yeah.
dealing with God, but we are saying that if God can do it for us, and if He can take us through this journey, and per time, per season, there was a way He was like arranging the thing, giving it,
Connecting the
connecting the
dots.
dots. He would connect the dots, for you to, if you are trusting God, for a life partner. Don't look too far. To be very honest, don't look too far, and don't be under any pressure, right? Don't be under
Sometimes they
any
say love
pressure.
happens in unexpected
Unexpected
places.
places. So don't be under any pressure. You will just see that while you're doing your thing, while you're serving your God,
Yes,
it's
just
gonna
keep doing
it's
you.
gonna show up
Keep
for
doing
you,
you.
and before you know it, you are in it, and you are
Ah,
in the center of God's.
my husband gets sense. All I did, yeah.
You are in the center of God's agenda for your life. So yeah, thank you, and please round up. You are the owner of the channel, so me,
This is the
I'm a
rounding up.
uh, so let's limit it. PG 11. Yeah.
11.
Yeah. All right. So thank you guys. We see you. When we see you,
Subscribe to our YouTube
subscribe please and
channel.
get the book. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.